Hello, and welcome to JD Advising's California Bar Exam Essay Guide. The goal of this guide is to help you find an effective and efficient approach to the California Bar Exam essays right from the very beginning. This guide will help you feel confident on test day so that you can conquer the essay portion of the California Bar Exam. If you have any questions about this or other resources we offer for the California Bar Exam, please don't hesitate to contact us. Some of our other resources include a California Bar Exam prep course, private tutoring, essay feedback, and one-sheets. If you reach out to us, we'd be happy to speak with you about the resources that can best help you prepare for the California Bar Exam. We hope you enjoy this guide and good luck on the exam. Learning a specific style and structure for answering the California Bar Exam essays will help you maximize your score on the essay portion of the bar exam. Here, we're going to go over some tips for how to structure and style your answers. The first tip is to use IRAC to structure your answers. This might sound obvious, but a lot of students simply forget to use IRAC when writing bar exam essays, or they become so overwhelmed with the facts and the information in the fact pattern that they forget to use IRAC. Even if you think using IRAC makes your essay seem stiff or formulaic, that's actually okay. Using IRAC will help ensure that you include everything you need in your essay to maximize your score. IRAC stands for Issue, Rule, Analysis, and Conclusion. For each issue that you discuss, you should start with a heading where you identify that issue. For example, let's say the first issue is battery. Next, state the applicable rule. Then, apply the law to the facts, making sure that you analyze the arguments for both sides. Finally, state a conclusion, deciding which party has the stronger argument. Sometimes there appears to be a right conclusion from the facts, and other times the facts could really turn either way. Regardless, you should always include a conclusion at the end of your IRAC. As you're writing your answer, it's a good idea to keep each portion of the IRAC in its own paragraph. So insert a paragraph break after the heading, and then another paragraph break after the rule, and again after the analysis. The grader is looking for certain things. They want to see that you can spot the issues, state the law, and apply the law to the facts. Using IRAC this way to answer your essay will keep your answer organized and allow the grader to easily see that you included each of these things in your answer. The second tip is to discuss the general rule before you state an exception to that rule. The grader will be looking for both the general rule and the exception, so you can maximize your points by stating both. Also, remember to connect the dots for the grader. That means that your analysis should explain why you chose to apply that rule to the facts and how the application of that particular rule brought you to your conclusion. Let's take personal jurisdiction, for example. Let's say that specific personal jurisdiction is being tested. Before diving into the minimum contacts test and purposeful availment, first start by explaining what personal jurisdiction is. Then provide the rule for general personal jurisdiction. Your analysis should explain how general personal jurisdiction is not met in this particular essay, and thus you're going to analyze the facts under the applicable test for specific personal jurisdiction. By explaining that there is no general personal jurisdiction, you are connecting the dots for the grader and showing why you are applying the minimum contacts and purposeful availment test to these particular facts. This shows that you not only know what the test is, but that you understand how, when, and why to apply it to a particular set of facts. The third tip is to pay close attention to the call of the question. In recent years, the call of the question on many essays has become more specific, where it identifies certain topics or issues that you need to discuss to get the most credit for your answer. Older essays had more open-ended questions, such as discuss the issues. As an example of a more specific question, the July 2021 civil procedure question asked, number 1, Was venue properly laid in the Eastern District of California? Discuss. Number 2, did the court err in denying Shearer's motion to compel? Discuss. And number 3, may Jiv take advantage of the judgment in the first suit in defending against the second suit? Discuss. This question lays out the issues of venue, discovery and motions to compel, and claim and issue preclusion. Because the examiners have laid out the issues for you, they are really expecting you to discuss each of those issues. Missing one or more could cause you to receive less than a passing score on that particular essay. As you're taking the exam, you may find it helpful to read the question first. That way, as you're reading the facts, you know what the issues are that you will need to discuss, and you will be able to look for facts that will help you analyze those particular issues and discuss those topics as you're writing your answer. As you complete practice essays, try some where you read the question first and see if this strategy helps improve your efficiency in answering essay questions. The fourth tip is to practice past California bar exam essays. Past essay questions and sample student answers are available for free on the State Bar of California website. Doing practice essays will help a few different ways. First, you will see how California distinctions are tested. They are not heavily tested on most subjects, except for evidence and professional responsibility. So doing practice essays will expose you to the ways that the distinctions have come up over the past few administrations of the exam. The second reason to complete practice essays is because many issues are tested over and over. You will notice that some of the more recent essays actually look very similar to previous fact patterns. The more practice essays you complete while you're studying, the more likely you will be exposed to issues that you end up seeing on the day of your own exam. The fifth tip is to practice timing. As I said before, you'll have 3 hours in the morning session to complete 3 essays and 3.5 hours in the afternoon session to complete 2 more essays and the performance test. You are responsible for dividing that time up amongst the essays that are assigned during each session. We recommend that you spend about 1 hour per essay and then about 90 minutes on the performance test. 1 hour may seem like a long time, but if you look at some of the sample student answers that California has released, the high-scoring answers are long. There is a lot to write in response to the question prompts. The best way to get better at writing long answers is to practice. During the first few weeks of bar prep, time yourself as you complete practice essays, aiming to write 1 essay in 1 hour. After a few weeks, sit down for 2 hours at a time and practice writing 2 essays during that time period. And then, as you get closer to the exam, practice writing 3 essays in 3 hours. Some students find it helpful to take a full simulated essay day before the exam, where you give yourself 3 hours in the morning and 3.5 hours in the afternoon to complete 5 essay questions and a practice performance test. Writing 1 essay is a lot different from writing 5 essays and a performance test. So this simulated exam will help you understand the endurance that you need to get through the test on the day of the exam.